Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Adam here with Indie Farm Life. Today, I have a product review for you. It's this tiny blower here in my back. The Echo PB9010. Let me tell you, this thing is an absolute monster. I wonder if I just blow leaves right off the trees. So just a few quick specs on the unit before I show it in action. It's got just under a 4-inch discharge on here. Pretty beefy. And I got the 9010T, the T standing for tube mounted throttle. You can get the H, which has the throttle over here in your hip. Not sure why you'd want that. I have more thoughts on that later. This unit is basically like having a go-kart strapped to your back. Just under 80 cc, 2-stroke engine, putting out 1110 cubic foot a minute at 220 miles an hour. That's pretty serious. It is in fact the most powerful backpack blower on the market as of the fall of 2021. They actually go so far as to call it the world's most powerful backpack blower. And me, being a person who loves mediocrity, had to buy it. Just a couple other quick notes on the unit before we get it out and have some fun. The shoulder pads are actually pretty nice. The unit weighs 31 pounds, but you really don't feel it. Honestly, you feel the torque more than you feel the weight. And you can see these holes here in the back. This is designed to bring cool air in behind your back when it pulls air into the system, so to kind of cool you off. I'm not sure how that would feel in the late November cleanups when it's 29 degrees outside, but we'll see. They do make a cover that you can slip over that to block the air, but I don't have it and don't think I'm going to buy it. Quite a large fuel tank, just under 84 ounces. I found that if you run it wide open, it will run for about an hour straight. One other thing, this unit is pretty loud. The manufacturer says it's 80 decibels, but I found on a forum someone said it was 103 when it's wide open. But I will tell you guys that I had hearing protection on one day, ran it for about 45 minutes to an hour straight, and my ears then rang for about 12 hours after that. Maybe that's just me. All right, I'm gonna fire this thing up for you guys and then do a little walk down the path here in the woods. Pretty easy to start. You got a primer bulb down here on the bottom. Push that a handful of times. And then you got right here this red item. My thumb's kind of flipping over, you can see it, is the choke. Turn your throttle on. Kick your choke. Just like that, you have a go-kart ready to rock. I'm gonna walk down this path here, just a path in the woods, but you can see how thick the leaves already are through here. So to give you an idea of the CFMs this thing's putting out, I have a couple other tests I want to show you too. So that's obviously just a lot of dry leaves in the woods, but it was a lot of leaves. Walnuts, as long as they're not smashed, no problem. A couple old pieces of wood, yep, it'll blow those. Check it out. Yeah, I wasn't kidding, guys. This thing is serious. There's a reason I bought it. What do you think? What if I just blow leaves right off the trees? Save the wind some trouble. This could be a stretch, but we'll see. I don't know how much that caught, but it did toss quite a few leaves down. Echo PB9010, bringing fall to a home near you. We have dry leaves, dry sticks. Trying to think what else you guys might want to see. Wet leaves. It does a fantastic job at cleaning up wet leaves off of concrete and asphalt. There's not much that it can't move. I want to try it on some light snow this winter. Here's a big water puddle in front of me. I'll hit that just for fun. I suppose these would classify as wet leaves. pretty cool. I can do these kind of tests for you guys all day long, but at the end of the day, it's 1110 CFM. I think it's rated at 48 or 49 newtons of force. And other people online said real world tests they got somewhere in the neighborhood of 53, I think. I might just put it on and walk around for a little bit with the camera and just see what I can blow or blow over. Let's go for a walk. This would be impressive. I don't know if it'll do that, but the flat side down. And we'll get it on some flat ground. That's pretty cool. Piece of asphalt. I tell you, this thing is impressive. I'm not sure what else I can do to show you how awesome it is, but you saw this piece of asphalt, right? Let me grab it. This one here, that's the size of my head, about 2 inches thick. And it lifted it up off the ground and scooted it. Weighs probably in the neighborhood of, I don't know, 6 pounds. Yep. And that area there had leaves probably at least a foot or foot and a half deep. I had cleaned off my front lawn 2 or 3 times, just blowing them right there. It's an impressive machine. And the one other thing I wanted to show you about the tube throttle versus the hip throttle. If you go with the hip throttle, it takes 2 hands. You gotta use your left hand to operate the throttle and your right for the tube, which prevents you from being able to do this. And while it's cool to be in beast mode like that, the real problem is it prevents you from doing this. At the end of the day, this thing is a fantastic blower. What's it cost? Where to buy it? I think I paid just under $650 for mine, and I bought it from Amazon.com. I'll throw a link down below if you guys are going to buy this unit. I'd appreciate it if you use that link to make a purchase for yourself. I found a couple other places who had it a little bit cheaper, but by the time you factored in shipping, Amazon came out just the same with everyone else. So obviously, living in the woods, as you can see behind me, we got a lot of fall cleanup to take care of. I almost bought a wheeled blower, which can put out in the neighborhood of 2,000 to 3,000 CFM, quite a bit more than this backpack blower, but also a whole lot more expensive. This unit, like I said, was 650 bucks. Those were starting in the 2000s or so. I also like the versatility of throwing the backpack blower on, walking up onto the patios, moving around trees quickly, landscaping beds, gets into the nooks and crannies a whole lot easier than a wheeled blower would. Is it too big? If I'm blowing some grass clippings off the sidewalk in the middle of July, maybe I'll use the little handheld blower. When it comes time for big fall cleanups, this is what you need. And also, while you're out walking around drinking those beers with this thing, I will say it's a pretty decent workout. 31 pounds on your back, walking around for a few hours. And when you do hit the throttle, it kind of torques you a little bit. Got a little arm fatigue after a while. But it's worth it to save 30 or 40% of your time. Guys, I appreciate you swinging through the channel, and I hope this video is helpful for some of you out there considering a PB9010. Actually, my buddy Chris, who lives next door, hasn't even used mine. I was just raving about how awesome it was, and then he ended up buying one. So we're gonna have 2 of these things out here roaming around, see if we can't start a tornado or something. If you're not already a subscriber, please do hit that subscribe button and come back and see me sometime. There's always fun projects out here on the farm. Hit that like button. We'll see you on the next one.